We also have brand new Fox News polls out tonight showing a big change in this race. In a four-way contest, Hillary Clinton is now leading Trump nationally by 7 points. She had only a 2-point lead just last week. And that enthusiasm gap that has plagued Mrs. Clinton this entire race, it's apparently gone. Mark Thiessen is a Fox News contributor and American Enterprise Institute scholar. Mo Elleithee is a former traveling press secretary for Hillary Clinton's 2008 presidential campaign, also founding director, executive director of Georgetown University's. I know it's too long. Let's talk about the polls. Let's just start with the enthusiasm gap there, Mark, that we just talked about. That was the thing. There it is, right there. That was the thing he really had over her. He used to have, look at that, 13-point advantage over her just October 3rd. And now she has a 3-point advantage over him on enthusiasm. Your thoughts?
Well, it's hard to be enthusiastic about your candidate when he's constantly imploding in front of you. I mean, if you just look at what's happened in the last few weeks, Donald Trump, just the last few weeks, Donald Trump had a terrible first debate with Hillary Clinton where he constantly interrupted her. Then he spent days attacking Miss Universe, tweeting out at 3 a.m. about her sex tapes. Then a video emerges about him bragging about groping women. Then he spends days attacking Republicans who distance themselves from him because of his bragging about groping women. And the result is he's going down in the polls. He's gone down 12 points among women age 45 and over, 10 points among suburban women, 7 points among white women with college degrees, down 6 points with GOP women. The only thing that's shocking is that it hasn't gone down further. So, you know, you've got a situation where you have Hillary Clinton is the second most unpopular person ever in history to run for president, but she's got the luck of running against the most unpopular person ever to run for president of the United States.
Mo, you tell me, because you've actually run these presidential campaigns and others like them. What are we seeing now? I mean, do you anticipate that Trump is seeing some internal numbers that are even worse than these, and that's causing him to lash out like we're hearing? Because we just got numbers today from Bloomberg on Pennsylvania. And Pennsylvania, which had been neck and neck just a couple of weeks ago, is now Clinton 51, Trump 52. There's almost a 20-point gap in her favor when it comes to women. They're tied when it comes to men. He's got a 1-point advantage of her on men. So, I mean, the numbers. And by the way, among women, 69% of Pennsylvania say they were bothered a lot by that Access Hollywood tape.
Yeah, I don't know if he's seeing numbers that are worse. It's hard to believe that he could be. I mean, these numbers are absolutely brutal. And you're right, Megan, it's not just the national numbers. We're seeing it in the states. The one battleground state that in the last couple of weeks the Trump people could sort of hang their hat on was Ohio. And the latest poll that came out of Ohio shows that his lead there has evaporated and it's now a dead even. I think he's got a 1-point lead there. You know, no Republican has ever lost college-educated women. Right? That is sort of a bedrock of the Republican coalition. And he's losing them, and he's losing them badly, as Mark just pointed out, a double-digit drop in the last week.
But now, Mark, the Republicans who think that somehow they're going to make a point by voting Democrat up and down the ticket, that could possibly give Hillary Clinton the House and the Senate, your thoughts on that?
It's an absolute disaster. I mean, if you think about what will happen if Hillary Clinton is elected, and especially if she gets a Republican Senate and a Republican House, she is immediately going to replace Justice Antonin Scalia and shift the court in a liberal direction for a generation. And she may, you know, I mean, if you think about Justice Ginsburg, Justice Breyer, and Justice Kennedy are all, you know, in their 80s. They could retire at any time. She could potentially nominate 4 Supreme Court justices. So this implosion that Trump is having is horrific. And you look at this race, you know, the Fox News poll shows that almost 50% of Republicans wish somebody else was their nominee. And they're right. If Scott Walker was running right now, if Marco Rubio was running right now, if George Pataki was running right now, he'd be crushing Hillary Clinton. But Donald Trump is the only person who seems to be able to save Hillary Clinton from herself. And she's the reason he might be the next president.
Mo, quickly, do you think there's any chance the Democrats take the Senate and or the House?
I sense a sort of a bounce in Democrats' step over the past week. There are a number of Senate races and House races that weren't necessarily top tier on everyone's radar that suddenly Democrats are starting to invest money in. I don't know that they'll get there, but it's certainly looking doable.
Good to see you both.
Thanks. Megan.